Now, it's not only about sexual abuse. Sometimes it is about stifling the potential of a young girl. But right now, let's celebrate some young girls who have broken the glass ceiling. Let's look at excerpts of Kweku Owusu-Pepra's documentary focusing on women and girls making a difference. He calls it Breaking Barriers.
According to the World Economic Forum, it will take 118 years for women to have the same career prospects as men. No country in the world has closed its gender gap. Even as female leaders steer multinationals and major economies, the reality is a working world which still excludes, underpays, overlooks and exploits half of its available talent. Women have increasingly become more involved in the workforce following World War II. Paid employment of women has shifted from primarily traditional female-oriented jobs like being a nurse, teaching or offering catering services to more non-traditional and previously male-oriented careers like engineering, mining, construction, among others. In some cases, occupations have already been labeled as male or female-oriented, and strong forces act to keep those gender assignments, with the underlying thought that it's still a man's world. However, the landscape is gradually changing as more and more women are choosing career paths that have been dominated by men for a long time. Gifty Aframa Gandhi is one of such women. She is a mining engineer here at the Prestia underground mines of Golden Star Resources.
I had that passion to work at a male-dominated environment. So from Obuasi, after I completed my JHS, from St. Joseph JSS Obuasi, I went to Ifiakobi Secondary School where I had science, because that's where I can venture into engineering. But then at that time, I hadn't decided to go into mining engineering because I didn't know there was a course like mining engineering. But I wanted to be an engineer. So when I completed school, I visited someone who was a senior at SS, and she was at the UMA doing mining engineering. I said, oh, do you have that course? Then I'll venture.
Working in the mining industry is quite a challenging choice and requires stamina and passion to be successful. This is something Gifty knew about right at the beginning of her career. She's currently a shift boss in the mines. Gifty leads a crew of 20 men who are sunk almost a kilometer deep into the belly of the earth to mine gold.
If people are working there and they are not dead, I can go and work there. So I was anxious. I wanted to see how the place is. So on my first day underground, it was an escape route, which you have to walk through a route. It was very difficult. My first tax underground wasn't easy. But with that one, I was so anxious. When I realized we took the cage, we went, everything was normal. I was like, I was just climbing the ladders and everything was normal. But it's because I was determined to do it.
Mining is recognized as being one of the most male-dominated industries in the world. A recent study from Women in Mining UK and PricewaterhouseCoopers suggested that women make up just 10% of the global mining workforce and 5% of board positions in the top 500 globally listed mining companies. The situation is not very different at the Prestia underground mines. There are only 2 women who work here in the core underground operations, Gifty and Ernestina.
I came to Golden Star in 2013 as a graduate trainee. So since 2013 to date, I was practicing my ventilation field. So currently I'm a ventilation engineer at Golden Star.
Ernestina and her crew have a difficult job of ensuring that the quality of air in the underground operation is safe.
That's my job, to monitor the quantity. If we talk about the quantity, we talk about the volume of air you're sending underground. And then we are governed by the airline, so we don't just go underground and pick any values at all. We have our airline, that's the legislative instrument 2182, that governs us on the quantity to measure the quantity of air per each equipment per an individual. And then afterwards we move to the quality of air. We study the quality of air. We look at the gases in the air, we look at the water in the air, we look at the dust, the smoke in the air.
Although the International Labour Organization, ILO, has had a convention in place since 1935 prohibiting the employment of women in underground mining work, many countries that initially ratified it have since denounced the convention. Like Ghana, many other countries are signatories to the new ILO's Convention 176, which covers the rights of all workers regardless of their gender.
No Barriers is a Kweku Owusu Prepra documentary. Fantastic stuff. It makes a day like this absolutely worth it. I'm so glad you've been able to join us on the Pulse.